staff engineer in Juniper Networks. Now, I invite Nainamol Joseph for welcome speech and to talk about the speaker.
Good evening, all. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to today's session. Here, SJCET of Pale conducts a talk session on AWS deployments in real-time applications by ECSA. I welcome Dr. Arun P., Head of the Department, the faculty in charge of ECSA, Assistant Professor Andrew Manuel, and all the students to this session. Now, let's come to our session handler, Mr. Muthukrishnan G. I heartily welcome you, sir. Talking about the speaker, he has 17 years of extensive experience in diverse cloud deployment solutions within the networking and data engineering domains, with a particular focus on secure access service edge products. He possesses a deep understanding of network management and security design, coupled with the ability to implement these concepts effectively. He has a proven record of cross-functional excellence with a specialization in testing lifecycle, strategy, and the implementation of testing methodologies within the product development cycle. His experience includes working with industry leaders such as Juniper Networks in his current role as a staff engineer, as well as past roles in EMC2 and Cisco. Without further delay, I invite Mr. Muthukrishnan G to handle the session.
Yeah, thank you, James, for the intro, and good evening to Nandal. So it's very pleasure to have a session with the young minds and with a very interesting topic today. So before getting to this session, I just want to know about the audience. So is it like specific to all kind of people who are there, or in like a year, fourth year or third year or second year students, or how it is handled? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. So my question is, here you have students from first year to fourth year, or how it is? It's specific to a specific students, class students.
It is actually from first year to fourth year students are here, sir.
Okay, so all are from electronics and communication, or a different department as well?
All are from electronics and communication department.
Okay, fine. Okay. So guys, let me share my screen and we'll discuss about what we are going to learn today. So let me know, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir, now it's visible.
Okay, fine. Fine. So today our topic is AWS Cloud Deployment in real-time applications. Before getting to that topic, I just want to have an interactive session. So anyone can want to talk, please unmute yourself, and then you can just share your points and other things. So have you guys heard about OTT? So how many of you see movies and web series in OTT platform nowadays? You can freely talk to me, whatever the discussion, then only it could be interactive. So you don't need to hesitate anything to ask any questions or any answer to the question. Okay. So the current environment, the people who are going with any kind of application in the industry, having variety of cloud applications, the society or the industry never ever come across with a standalone application nowadays. Most of our day-to-day applications are cloud formed applications. So today we are going to see one of the very famous OTT platform about Netflix, how it is deployed in AWS, and how you are going to understand the architecture of the Netflix deployed, and how the contents are uploaded into the web applications and served to the millions of users. So I think you may amaze that how come the Netflix has a lot of contents and storage and videos and serving to the millions of people in the world without any delay. So those kind of interesting parts we want to discuss today. So if any questions related to the cloud computation or the AWS or any kind of web applications, you can ask me and stop then and there. So how many of you know what is cloud? Anyone can answer what is cloud? I see 100 plus participants in this meeting. So you guys aware of what is mean by cloud? Anyone? Okay. Is this new to you? Let me go through the basic what is mean by cloud and let me share the screen and go through the presentation. So cloud computing introduction and basics. So after this, we'll go for the case study for the Netflix, how it is deployed in AWS. So cloud computing, what it is mean is you are the end user who is accessing the applications like Amazon or Netflix or your YouTube, Facebook and other kind of applications. But behind that, lot of people are working on it. So I could see you guys are the future generation people who are planning to have either a successful engineers or the entrepreneurs or the people who want to start your own organization or companies in future. So to do that, you have to groundwork on multiple things. One of the thing is how business is running. So here our focus is what is cloud and who are all belongs to the cloud computing technologies. So here cloud computing technology comes to the three layers. One is infrastructure, platform and applications. So infrastructure is similar like if you want to build a house, what you will do? You have to give the pillars and other kind of basement, everything you will construct, right? Like that, any kind of applications in the software world, you need an infrastructure. Those infrastructure would be could be like bare metals, operating system, and machines, RAM, and other kind of storage, those kind of a thing. And you take the platform is something like on top of the infrastructure, what kind of the environment you want to build it. Suppose if you want to keep a cricket match, you need a big ground, right? On that big ground, you either you could be a football or a cricket or some other games. Based on that, you have to form the layers or the pitch and other kind of things. So like that, if you want to develop the software, you need a platform. Either it could be libraries or IDEs or the connecting underlying layers and APIs. Those kind of things are your platforms. You could say take a Java, Python, or the IDE related to Eclipse and Git and other kind of tools are called as a platform. So you have an infrastructure, on top of you have a platform. On that platform, what you want to build it to, end user want to use it. That is your own application. So the application here means you want to create one mobile application like a game application or the kind of Facebook kind of application to interact with people, or LinkedIn kind of applications. So end user want to see the UI and provide their input or play with that UI and use in their business. So those kind of end user visible applications are the last one. So the industry is going into these three layers in a cloud computing technology. So each layer has a different big people are owning it. If you take infrastructure, we have AWS, Google, Microsoft, Azure, those things are there. And if you take a platform, we have a multiple vendors in terms of providing a different platform to develop the software. And if you take our end applications, as I told it could be your Microsoft Office, Google, and Salesforce, LinkedIn, Flipkart, those kind of the people, they are providing the end user applications. So tomorrow, if you want to develop your own applications, you need this platform and infrastructure and to build the application on top of it. So today our focus is on AWS. Is one of the major 70% of customers are in the world using the AWS infrastructure to build their applications, including Juniper and Cisco as well. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Otherwise, it could be a monotony, and I'm not interested to go with only preaching something, and you guys are awake or not, I'm not sure. Okay. So if suppose maybe I have my own organization called iGress Solutions, running it with my colleague. When I want to start a new software company or any kind of a business, my worry is how can I service my end customer? The software will be up and running always or not? How do I put my compliances and scalability and provisioning, latency? How do I build my data center or a lab or office or a connectivity? And how can I purchase a license for my software? Suppose we are using your laptop, you have a Microsoft Word or Excel, you need a license to work on it, right? Otherwise, you may get the pirated version or something else to put it and then work on it. Like that, whenever I want to build a business or build a software, I need lot of things to do that. Instead of concentrate on my business, I am just going and building my own problems of how to run the business. To get rid of all these kind of business worries, our cloud providers are giving the like a pack and give. You can start your business immediately or applications immediately. Don't worry about my your how to run your business problems. You can concentrate on your developing the applications and deploying it successfully. So to get rid of that, the cloud providers are providing massive support based on the whatever you use it, you pay for me, like that. So this is the languages which are using heavily in cloud. I recommend you guys to go with Python or Java. That is the most industry wanted language. So I hopefully any fresher or any like a college student should start learn Python. It is like English language. It is not complicated. You can write your own program within 4 or 5 days if you study by yourself, or you can join any kind of industry based experienced people or the training, whatever you want to take it up. You can easily do the Python coding as well. Because most of the cloud applications running in Python plus Java, C++ is also there, but they are migrating into a Python and Java. And in terms of maybe some people are interested in starting the organization, or they are doing their own application development. Maybe this calculation is for people like me running a business. How can do the data center or going to cloud? So there is two types of applications. Either I can build my own lab and my own machines and run my applications. That is in the right side. This is the left side is I will go with the cloud and develop the software on top of it. So how can I reduce the cost based on this investing the data center or based on the cloud? So it is like whenever I want to buy a laptop for 50,000 and use it only 5 hours in a day and keep it ideal, or I can keep my laptop in cloud or somewhere, rent it for me, only 5 hours I will use, pay amount for 5 hours and return it back. So this is something like somebody is running everything in the cloud. Whatever I want, I will pick it and pay for it and then get rid of it after that. I don't own it and then simply waste without using that. So that is the main concept of cloud. That formula is for how many hours you are using in cloud and what is your business revenue and how much you are spending. It could be the employee cost or your rental of the company and the licensing of the software. Those things you minus and multiply it, how much amount you get. That is equivalent to your running the business in your own data center. Which one is less? Then you can go for the cloud applications and start your business. So this is very helpful when the people want to take a decision. They want to move to cloud or they want to get a cloud native application or not. To decide it as a cost factor, they can check it out. What is their net profit? And this is the evolution of the cloud. So in 1950s, it started with mainframe, and it's slowly going with the computing. Then our client server era, like where the server will be there one place and the client will be there in another place, where our computers are evolved in terms of Microsoft is evolved here, and the Microsoft slowly goes to 2000 in terms of our Windows 98 in internet world, where anyone can access anything from www.com, google.com, www. is evolved in 2000. Then 2010 onwards, we started with the virtualization. We will see what is virtualization, what is on-prem, and what is cloud. The evolution happened like this over 50 years. So I'm stopping here. Any questions, team? At least I'm audible now, till now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So now you can answer me, what do you understand the cloud? What is meant by cloud? Anyone? Or is it totally new to you? Is it new to you also? No problem. You say, I don't know anything about cloud. No problem. Anyone out of 100 people, anyone can answer? Or your HOD told, don't talk in the meeting like that?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Jordan, goodbye. Come.
So, isn't cloud like something a network of servers? Isn't something like that?
Yes, correct. So the cloud is something like somebody built for you. If you want, you can rent it and then pay for it. Suppose you are using a gmail.com, right? So this Gmail is one application running somewhere else, and the Google is providing you this application through internet to your laptop, and they will create your account and store it in their server, and they are providing the email application to you. You are thinking it is free for you, but nothing comes free in the world. They are getting all your data. They are making a digital marketing with you. They are your time and your perception and whatever you are accessing. Those things are their money you are giving to you. So any company giving something free, it is not free. They are not taking money from you, but they are taking your data, they are taking your interest, they are analyzing your pattern, they are analyzing what you are searching, what you are buying, how you are interpreting with applications. Based on that, they are trying to portray the things, advertising and other kind of things, they are evolving it. So as you said correctly, lot of servers are running in somewhere else in US, Mumbai and multiple regions. That's why the AWS cloud comes to picture. This is the AWS console. I will go a little later and then let you know what it is, AWS cloud and where it is available. So the AWS is hosted in around how many countries? 16 countries are 16 countries they load available in their lab data center. One in Mumbai, but the remaining are in US, Europe, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. So multiple places of the world they added the data center, and from that data center only the Gmail, the other applications are running, and they are routed through internet and reaching to your computer, and you can access it. So you don't need to install anything in your computer nowadays. Everything is in internet. Even you take Netflix, you are having lot of movies here. Whenever you log in with your username password, you are able to see the movie streamline. You know, right? One movie is around 1 GB, right? 700 to 800 MB. But this guy has thousands or millions of movies in the cloud, and like you, millions of people are accessing at same time. But still, he is able to load the movie from somewhere else in the world. It could be in US, UK, or somewhere the content is stored, but still it is like a playing, right? So how it is possible? That is possible because of the cloud. The cloud technology is very vast and it is giving you everything in your dining room based on the whatever the technology they are using it. So that's the evolution of from your computer or lab from your company to the data center which is running in somewhere else as a stack of networks. Could be the multiple computers are stacked in a data center, and from the data center they are providing the services to us. So this is the definition for the cloud computing, whatever you asked, right? Massively scalable computing devices are available as a service to the external customers. So instead of you are buying a computer and any hardware, you can just use it as a service and you pay for them. That is called a cloud computing. So this is, I want to skip this myth of cloud computing. And this is the one I told you. So previously the people are buying like this kind of a CPUs in the data center and rack it, and they are trying to develop their own applications. But nowadays, Amazon will take care of this. They will build their own lab data center somewhere in multiple regions of the world. And people who are this side, they will use the application which is running here per hour $100, per hour $10. Like that, they will charge for it from end user, and then they can use their own resources. If I want one Linux machine, or if I want one Windows machine, I can go to here and spawn my computer here with whatever OS I want. And if I want to take one Windows machine from here, this guy will tell me for this size you have to pay this much for 1 hour. So I can have a nano, micro, small, medium, large. Suppose if I take a large one, what would be my storage, what would be my networking, what would be my RAM, what is my price also. So here he is telling I have to pay like $1, which means maybe 100 cents or 190 cents like that. And demand usage. What is and demand usage is I take this machine, I am doing some work and I shut down and log out. If I use for 1 hour, then 1 hour he will charge it. He won't charge because of I take this. Whenever I use it, he will calculate it how many hours I am using this machine. Based on that, he will raise a bill for me, like our electricity bill, water bill. He will raise a bill for me. I have to go and pay my bill. This is the billing dashboard. So this is much easy. The cloud providers are providing to you. You don't need to buy your laptop, or you don't need to build your application with your lab or in-house. You can do everything in the cloud, but you can pay whatever you use it. If it is idle, they won't charge you. So is this understand? Okay. So let me go through that. Yeah. So let me go through what is mean by on-premise and what is cloud. So cloud, I told 3 things, right? Your infrastructure, your platform, your application software. So in on-premises, something like you are building your own with your company, with your lab, you are building everything. But infrastructure means somebody will provide it till OS, they will give you RAM, hardware, storage, everything they will give, but remaining you have to take care. But if you take a platform as a service, including the application and data also they will provide. Remaining things you will take care. But in software as a service, you don't need to worry about anything. You concentrate only on your application development. Remaining thing, the provider will take care of it. So Gmail is a software as a service. You are not building anything. You are just using it. Since you are free user, they are giving 5 GB or 1 GB free storage. If you want like a paid user, then you have to go to the manage Google and increase your payment and other things. Then he will ask you, I will give you 30 GB storage, 40 GB storage. You pay me the subscription, right? You pay me the 5 or 6 thousand per year, like that they will ask you. So to do that 5,000, 6,000, he is a software as a service. So the service you are using it, you are paying for it. So that is called the software as a service. So nowadays the platform is evolved some more in terms of functionality wise. There is a container, there is a for like kind of a functions and APIs and all. This will be little detailed. You guys has to know whenever you are developing application, what is mean by container, what is mean by function, what is mean by class, what is mean by API, what is mean by UI, those things and all. If you are interested, maybe you can reach out me in offline. We have a dedicated session or a training for that as a AWS Cloud Architect. We will explain everything in that. So these are the attribute whatever I told you. So in cloud computing, there would be a resource pooling. Resource pooling in the sense like this, they have thousands of OS or machines will be there, and the people who want across world can take from the pool and release it. So suppose today India night time, I'm using it this machine and I shut down it. This will be free. Then say after I shut down, somebody from Australia or someone take the same machine, they will take it. How you do the carpooling or pooling for any kind of people swap it whenever free, right? Like that they are doing it for a pooling resource kind of a thing in cloud also. And we have a monitoring admin and whatever you want, people will assist through the different software and subscriptions based on the billing. And this is the offering of the cloud. They are providing the infrastructure, platform, availability, and database, storage, and the virtual networking and email services. Many things they are providing in cloud offering based on your business or your application development, or maybe you may go and work in a company like our Facebook or a Google or my company like a Juniper or a Cisco. Those guys will use heavily cloud applications. That time you may work on the different set of modules. Some people work as a database administrator, some people work as a DevOps people, some people work as a software engineer, only coding in Python or Java. Some people working as a architect, cloud architect, where they will do the like Netflix. I'm going to explain the architecture. So how this Netflix backend is there with the different modules of the AWS, and how it is fetching the data and sending to the end user in laptop, TV and mobile and the gaming device, everything controlled by the Netflix backend with the different architecture. So those kind of people are called as a AWS solution architect. They will decide what kind of functions I need to perform these different modules, and then I can provide the seamless functionality to the end user. So those kind of role are there with cloud application development, and at that time you may get the different role, and you should know aware of the stuff. So software is not only about coding; it's about multiple other things in terms of DevOps, development, quality control, and solution architect, and whatever the people doing the build system, Git repo, those things also part of the application development. So any questions till now? Are we good? I think this team is most silent. I'm not sure either it is too difficult to digest, or since it's a 9 p.m. they are very hungry and boring. Any answer? So don't be like your classroom here. This is one of the problem for the Indians, where probably in our company also the people from Western or Middle East are joined. Their behavior is different and our behavior is different. So probably you guys has to come out of that and interact in the social meetings or tech meetings like that with the different people. Then only you will get something out of it. Otherwise it will be very difficult to pop out in terms of your interview or something else. Okay, so please pop out and discuss or talk anything, whatever it is, because I'm also coming from the background where I couldn't even have like this luxury of getting online session or something. We will go through the tech presentation college by colleges probably 20 years back and try it out. So you guys can talk, no issues. I don't mind to anything. Yeah. Oh, okay, where we left. Okay, so the virtualization is the another concept I want to simply touch upon. Virtualization is something like you have a CPU previously with only one CPU running with one OS. That's all. If you have a Windows OS, you have a Windows OS. If you have a Linux OS, you have Linux. That box doesn't have anything else. You can't have a two OS, two different machines in the same CPU. That is the typical first evolved computer system. So what happened is people want 100 machines, they will buy 100 hardware, install 100 Windows 98, Windows 2000 or now Windows 10 and evolved, right? Those things they will install and keep it. Rack is filling like anything. They can't even run a business. They have to buy a very big labs and other things. But people think that why we use a single hardware for one OS? Why can't I use multiple machines or multiple OS in a single hardware? For that purpose, they introduce something called virtual layer. So this virtual layer, what it is do is, this is my hardware. So I can keep one guy and another guy based on the hardware capacity. So whenever the first guy is running the OS, guest OS, so this is operating system, this is the guest operating system, which means this is maybe changed with something else also. Here I can run Windows, here I can run Linux. So single hardware, I am planning to run two machines. Suppose this hardware is fit enough to do the third also, maybe resource basis, like to run OS I need a kind of RAM, storage and graphic cards and other kind of things I need, a processor I need, right? So the hardware should have enough resourcefulness, then I can run as many as guest OS on top of it. So this is how the virtualization is comes to picture in the industry. One of the top leader in the virtualization is VMware, and multiple competitors also evolved on that opposite to VMware. Their main product is ECSA. Opposite that, KVM is born. That is the Linux virtualized bare material. So like that, the business is growing based on the need. So you know, right? The invention will come from the necessity. So now the virtualization become a cloud. So initially it is a bare metal software like hardware, then virtualization, now cloud. Now the industry is going to artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, big data, data science, like that. So container and virtualization is little different. This is some more in-depth concept. I don't want to touch upon this. Need probably whoever final year maybe touch with me will discuss later also what is container, what is Linux, what is other kind of advanced concepts. Okay, so probably I will touch upon few things. What is mean by infrastructure? This is already we discussed. Infrastructure, which means it could be the scalable and whatever infrastructure you need in terms of a data center and investment on the hardware and all will be provided by the infrastructure as a service. And the software as a service is the software could be provided to you based on the usage. You can pay the money for it, like your Netflix is the one of the software as application, software as a service. So in Netflix, if you want to use it, you have to pay for a monthly or yearly subscription, and you have to use it. So that is the service you are using it. That software is a service. So you are paying as a usage basis. you are paying and using the service. So this is the layer, whatever we discussed till now. Storage as a service, database, I told, right? You could be working database or storage or a platform or a process or in a software as a code developer. So all these layers are combined and making us the whole cloud service. So if you are going to work in a company, in a cloud company, mainly on the cloud application, all this layer will be there. This is not a one person will work on it. Different team will work in different layer, and you may be part of any of this layer with the assigned responsibility of whatever the corresponding roles and responsibilities. And this is your another model of how the customer and AWS is differentiate here. So here I am a customer, I am logging and checking what and all provided by AWS. And they are providing me storage, database, networking, regions, availability zones, everything. So regions are here. The regions could be from US, UK, Asia Pac, Europe, and many places they have it. That is called regions. So the AWS is providing to me as a customer. What I will do? My customer data or application or my operating system, my configurations, everything will be done in this machine or in this storage or in this VPC and other services. I will feed it, I will use it, and I will close it. So based on customer necessity, they will use different service offered by AWS. So these are some concerns by people who are having cloud is always costly, we can't go to cloud, and that kind of a myth is there. But based on the people who ever started a business, cloud is much more cost effective application comparatively with the homegrown or a standalone applications. So we are running our own company based on the cloud applications only. We are planning to move also to do the resource hiring and other kind of things, because it is whatever you use, you will pay for it. So there is some concern in the industry, but nowadays more people are moving to the cloud applications. So this is about the basics of cloud. Any doubts or any clarifications? Team?
Sir,
Yeah.
I do have a doubt about this. Sir, if I'm using the cloud for 1 hour,
Yeah.
Is the price fixed for whatever I do in the specific service I'm doing in this cloud for 1 hour, or the price is floating depending on how much I'm using the cloud in this 1 hour?
Yeah, this is very good question actually. So it is like your stock market. So as an end user you are asking, but as a business running companies also, they are using the cloud, right? Two options are they are giving. So whatever I'm telling here itself, you see, right? SUC pricing, Linux pricing, and RHL pricing. This is all the whatever OS you are running, that they are giving the pricing. And there is a on-demand price and fixed price. So on-demand price is something like 1 hour, $1. And there is another one is there, something called session-based pricing. So same 1 hour, 10 people are using this machine, $1. But if 100 people are using the same machine, it could be a $2 or $3. That is a floating one. So your question is, if I'm using 1 hour, is it a fixed cost or a variable cost, right? Or it could be floating, right? Both plan is available. But based on your usage, you can take it. Suppose I'll tell you, I don't know, you guys have, hopefully you are studying, but your father or your brothers may have a home loan. So whenever you go to home loan, they will tell you, this is your fixed interest, this is your floating interest. So fixed interest is always like kind of a 9% or 8% like that. Floating interest is based on the market. Today it is 7, tomorrow it may 6 also, 9 also, 8 also. But as an end user, you have to take a call how you are going to manage, how soon you will finish your loan, and what is your financial criteria. You will go for fixed and floating. Same way, AWS also providing both kind of cost, fixed as well as floating. So based on your application usage, based on your business, you can take a call. You want to go with the fixed or floating. Does this answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So any other questions? Okay. So you guys go to this case study of Netflix in Amazon AWS website. I think you guys using Amazon for buying products, right? Other than that, did you use this any the console of Amazon? Anyone accessed? Are you guys aware Amazon you can buy products, right? At least, hopefully, you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is one of the business by Amazon, but the main business for them is developing this kind of a cloud services as a cloud provider. One of their customer is Netflix, and they have a case studies for their customers. And this is Chief Product Officer of Netflix. He is talking about how Netflix is adapted by AWS and how their business is very easy to provided by AWS cloud platform solutions. So you guys, this is just a 3 or 4 minutes video. You guys go through it. He will talk about lot of services name you don't understand, but you understand the business. So the main purpose of this session is how the industry is running. You have to understand that. And when you come out from college, you have to prepare for it as a like cloud native people or cloud understandable or adapt to work on the cloud native industries. So that is the main purpose of it. Whatever I may explain to you may not 100% digest by now, but whenever you are learning and go through the industry somewhere, you may back to this presentation or somewhere you study, some things will strike out what is mean by cloud computing, what is mean by infrastructure as a service or a software as a service or a platform as a service. So go through this video. I'll share it in the chat window post this meeting, just for your information of how the real customer case study would be and how can you build your own organization. So I will always tell people, don't be like a employee alone, be an employer and build your own organization. At least I started myself, and I encourage people also to do that and evolve or encourage people to comes with innovative ideas. So we'll go to the second part of this cloud deployment case study, Netflix. So as a cloud, as a Netflix, as a company, this is a video streaming company. Okay, the Netflix is a company providing video as a service to the customers. What they are telling is, come to my website or application, register by yourself and pay for something. You can watch your own movies, web series, and whatever it is across the world, including US, UK, India, whatever movies are released newly, you can watch and enjoy it. This is only pure entertainment, and web application started way beyond 15 years, 1997, I think so, or probably 2000, I think so. So they started off it. So their requirement is, as a video company, what they need is they have to upload the content, they have to search the content, they have to view the content, and they have to do some analytics also. Like today you are watching Malayalam movie, maybe some actor or somebody famous actor, right? Maybe Mohanlal or someone, you are watching it. Next day you log in, they will pop out with the latest movies from whatever last movie you searched it in that language, or which genre you search it. It could be a thriller, or it could be a fantasy, or it could be animated. So those kind of things, it will come first. So to do that, they need analytics platform also. So these are the functional requirements. And non-functional requirement for this company is it should be scalable. Because it's a cloud application, like you, thousands of people will log into the Netflix and watching movie. That should sustain it. It should not render the movie for 1 minute, 2 minutes due to the content is loading or something. It should free flow. Then only people will watch. People will like this application, and the more subscribers will come. That is scalable, low latency, cost effective, secure, and high availability. So secure in the sense, when uploading content, somebody can attack their upload content with virus. So somebody can inject something via backend or a database and collapse their application. Suppose if you are watching a movie, suddenly you are seeing some virus is attacked through your browser to your computer. Then Netflix is solely responsible for that. So whenever you access a Netflix in your browser or in your mobile or in your tab, it should be secure. Delivered content should be there. It should not any kind of third party people can inject and deploy malfunction the end user's machine or their server as well. So to do that, they need a secure and high availability. So these are the requirements. And this is the probably 5 years back data. I don't have a latest data. Probably I have to go and get them. But this is 1 or 2 years back data. How much people are using this Netflix usage profile? So they are in our per day 150 million hours of video is streaming, which means 150 million one day people are watching movies, series, everything in 190 countries. Around 1 lakh people are every second, they are starting the streams. Starting streams in the sense, like in peak hours, Saturday or Sunday, they are clicking the play button, around 1 lakh people every second. Do you understand, right? So there are 1 lakh AWS instances are running, like whatever I told here. Like this, they have a 1 lakh instances running to run the Netflix application without any interruption by 1 million people, like 1 lakh people. So probably 10,000 plus they are telling, but it could be now 1 lakh in the current trend of it in a peak time, whenever the new movie released or a weekend or sometime. So this is the usage of this application. So how this application is serving like this, as an engineer, you have to think about it. What is their background and how they are making the architecture like that to provide the seamless video to all the people who are accessing Netflix. So whenever you see Netflix, you have to think about how this software is built. So that's what we are planning. We are discussing about how to upload the contents and video, how to they are processing the video, and how they are doing the analysis of the content, and how they are delivering the video, and how the smooth playback is happening, and what would be the their way of approach to using the AWS services. So these are the theoretical points. Before that, I just want to show you some pictures and explain it. Probably you won't understand much, but I just want to tell you at high level. So whenever you are accessing your TV or a mobile or a tab with the Netflix.com, there will be a AWS load balancer or a service will run it. That guy will go and talk to some of the API gateway. There multiple services are running to process it. Suppose you are typing something called either you are searching it or doing this animation or something. So whenever you type it, the animation related contents are popped up based on the API, whatever sign up API and discovery API and play API. These three guys are sitting in behind and give you the result whatever you type in. So those APIs are written in multiple modules or multiple languages and built in and deployed in AWS. So all these data stores in data store, Hadoop and S3. So whenever you type, it will list the content, but whenever you hover over it, it will pop up something and so this is happened by the another microservice called here AWS Lambda functions and the API gateways. So the movies are stored in the A3 buckets and it will return to your internet called CDN that will connect to the backend access and get the whatever the query you are giving, the result will come and show to you. So this is how the backend of the your UI to end Netflix server via AWS it will go and it will return the data to you. based on the content, based on the your search text and your favorites of your genre of the film. Either it could be like a thriller film. If you want, you search it before, then the analytics will come to picture and run it and then show to you. So the analytics is happening and the search query is happening and the video stream is happening. The video will run in real time to your browser or your applications based on the multiple APIs and multiple modules running in the AWS content. So these details only I added as a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 and part 5. So if you go through this, how to upload contents, as a Netflix administrator, every week new films are coming in the industry. They will get that film as some business proposal. They will buy it for some amount and they will upload it into Netflix. While uploading, they will upload something called metadata, like a title, description, tags. So whenever you have a film, you could see that there is a title, there is a description, there is a tag on top of it. So they will upload that first. Then they will do the categorization. Categorization is something like you are going with your probably the language specific or genre specific or kind of distribution, whatever they are available, those things they will do the categorization, content and the search functionality, they will enable it. So once they enable that one, then they will store this into Elasticsearch and OpenSearch kind of a databases, and it will light fastening search. What is meant by light fastening search is whatever you search, it will be coming within seconds. Either it could be a people or genre or probably the title of the movie. Whatever you type it, those things will come very quickly. That is the light fastening search capabilities. This is the first step. Then second step is once these things are uploaded, then the content is resides in the Amazon. So there is something called S3 bucket in Amazon. So that S3 bucket is equivalent to something you want to store some movies, you content, anything, you can store it here as a S3 bucket in Amazon. Once the things are stored in S3 bucket, then you can go ahead and store it multiple way of different type of the format. So there is a multiple format converter types are there. So those steps will be converted because they want small size. You guys know, right? There is a MP4, MP3 and multiple formats of videos are there, which is very optimal format with high resolution. They will convert it and then store it. Then they have a streaming approach. There should not be any stuck and the video should play properly. Then there is your AI comes to picture. So for the AI means artificial intelligence. So what is meant by artificial intelligence is it will learn from you and give you the proper output whenever it will correlate it and give it to you. So I am analyzing you for 1 day or 1 month or 1 year. Then I am taking a call. In this situation, you will respond like this to understand it. So that artificial intelligence will analyze your behavior, your pattern, your watching movie pattern, how frequently you are watching what movie. Some people will watch comedy movies, some people will watch kind of a new movie only, some people old movie they will watch. All this pattern, this AI guy, AWS recognition, right? This guy will listen it and then populate those kind of a material to him whenever he logged in to the Netflix. This is the content analysis using AI. This is very important. Delivery of the video. You may be in your hometown or you may be in somewhere else. Your internet speed is good. The delivery should be without seamless. That is taken care by the content delivery network CDN with the videos metadata and actual video from the S3 bucket. So metadata is something like your title, description, or a trailer, a short movie, and other things. Like 2 minutes, it will run like that. Those are the metadata. But actual movie, if you play it will come from the S3 bucket of the Amazon. So this is how the delivery of it. The playback already we discussed. It should be regardless of the smooth playback based on the user's location. It could be wherever you are. The caching mechanism should be there. So caching mechanism, in YouTube itself, right? Whenever you watch a video, the something will load automatically for based on your internet speed. That is a caching. That caching also there in Netflix. So, any questions on this, guys? About Netflix, you can share whatever your experience. Which movie you watch movie in Netflix or not? At least. No.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at least you know what is Netflix. So now you know, right, how Netflix is working, how it is so fast. It's a cloud-based application using AWS in their deployments. So the conclusion is, whatever I talk about now, it's an onboarding and delivery system. It's leveraging the AWS services, and it is doing the strategy of combining the CDN and other analytics services to do the low latency and high availability, cost-effective experience to the end user. So these are the architecture diagram. Maybe it is too early for you to understand this, but when you know about what is AWS and what is cloud, probably you can understand a little bit about the different services and architecture. So this is a slide I just put how many services they started using over a period of time by Netflix in AWS. So they started using only EC2 and S3 web service. Later they started using EMR, data, big data, and other kind of services. So this is equivalent to they are buying more and more services from AWS and adapting in their applications to run the Netflix smoothly based on the evaluation of the application. So I think I am done with the presentation. Any questions, generic questions, or related to cloud or anything, we can discuss now. So any clarifications, guys? Or a general discussion, anything you want to know about it? About networking or about any kind of specific career guidance or anything else you want to talk about it? Or anything on the cloud computing or anything on the Netflix? Is this session is useful?
Yes, sir. The session was really helpful for us. Thank you.
Okay. Anything you want to share about it, or do you want to understand more about cloud? Please let me know in offline as well. We'll guide you or we'll reach out for some other perspective as well. So, under anything else we have planned, at least I'm done with the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Juliet Shati to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank our speaker, Mr. Muthukrishna Ji, for sharing his expertise and insights with us. Your presentation was informative and engaging, and we are all grateful for your time. On behalf of ECSA, I would like to express